Hello and welcome to Apex Instant Tips episode number 186, brought to you most Fridays at 12:05 Eastern Time. We're your hosts. I'm Anton.
And I'm Marwa. Hi, Anton. How are you?
Hi, Marwa. What do we have going on today?
So today our tip is about faceted search. So it's a great feature and it works for classic reports and card regions. But sometimes we want to extend this feature to other region types. So today we're going to present a faceted search and talk about it. So let's share our screen.
Okay. And we've got 5 minutes. I think we actually have two tips here. The first one is more generic, and the second one is kind of a trick. So we're going to save the trick until after the 5-minute timer. But we'll kick off the timer. And I'm going to say one more thing. This is sort of based upon a blog post that neither one of us has ever read, but that we heard about. And the blog post no longer exists now. So I don't know who wrote it. I can't give credit for it because I don't know who did it, but it's based on somebody else's idea, I think. And so go ahead, Mara. I'm going to kick off the timer. What is this?
Okay, so we have an example of a faceted search with the classic report, the one that you are seeing on the screen. Right. So it's working perfectly, but what if I want my region to be other than just a classic report, like an interactive report?
Well, so I have an interactive report here, and I have a chart here. Let's just go ahead and uncomment the interactive report, and we'll uncomment the chart. And I'll point out, even when they're uncommented, the search region won't let me filter it. There's no other. I can only do a classic report, even though I've got these other ones here. But I want to use them on that. So let's go ahead and run the page again. What happens now?
So now we see a chart region and an interactive report.
Right, and then below it is our classic report. And if I click less or here, it will filter the classic report, but not the chart.
Yes,
but it did the chart. How did that happen?
It happened because we added some custom code and made it work for other type of regions. That sounds great. So what did you do?
What's the magic, Marwa? How did you do this?
Yes, so the interactive report has a query and the chart region also, and it's using the data returned by the classic report to filter the data of the interactive report. So, and we have a dynamic action to refresh other regions also when the facet is changed.
All right, the easy part is the dynamic action. So let's look at that first. So we have a dynamic action, and that just says whenever the classic report refreshes, also refresh these. So let's go look. Walk me through this right here. So I've got this is my query, and this is what you added, this join right here.
Yes, it's actually the function that will get the data from the classic report. It's in the package AIT util.
So walk me through what is it that this get faceted search number data does?
It would return the list of the records with the emp node, and then I will join with this emp node to filter my interactive report.
Okay. So I see what we're doing is we're passing in the static region ID of this is the classic report static region ID, and we're saying we want to base this on the only the emp nodes that are in that. So let's go take a quick look at that package. So here it is. We have two of them: get faceted search VC2 data, get faceted search number data, and it returns an Apex T number. Walk me through the code just briefly, and I've published this code on my blog, so you don't have to frantically take a screenshot or something. It's all on my blog. So what's going on here?
So mainly it's going to get the query from the classic report. We're using Apex region, get query, open query context, and we are, yes, this one. And then we are using that query with Apex exec next row to get our data. We are looping.
Okay, so it looks to me the way this works is this region actually has to be on the page. You actually have to have this classic report on the page.
It has to run. It has to be there. We cannot hide it with a server-side condition or, it has to
Okay,
be there. We can hide it with some CSS or an onload dynamic action.
so I don't actually have to see it, but it has to actually get to the page to be rendered. So we have a dynamic action that does that. So I can actually go into my dynamic actions here and I can hide that. So this dynamic action, all it does is it hides that region. So it still works. I don't have to show that region, but it has to be on there. It does a round trip to the database and sets up the query that's there. And then the combination of this function and using that function in our regions. So we did it in both that as well as in the series here, the same kind of thing, the same kind of join on that function.
Yes, and that will get us our data.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And so that's our tip. That's our 5 minutes. What kind of regions? I guess you can do this with any query, right? Because you can do it for charts, graphs, regions, anything you want.
Right.
Maps is right. You could do this with maps.
Yes,
Okay.
you can do this with maps, but I don't think you need to do with this one.
So this is this is our extra tip. This is the tricky tip, the almost unfair tip that maybe it's just really strange. So maps are this crazy special case. Let's take a look here. I have this map page, and I've done the same thing on this map page. I have a classic report, and that classic report is driven by my facet. But I also have a map region. So my map region right here, which for whatever reason decided not to show, and I don't know why now. But let's take a look at. So this map region is not driven by a classic report. There it is. There's my. This does not get filtered by my facets, but I want it to, Marwa. I want this to be facet, and we could do exactly what we did before, right?
Yes.
We could do exactly what we did before, but there's another trick. Tell me what the other trick is. So I've got this classic report.
Yes. So if you go to the facet region and you try to select the map region, so on the facet there, if you try to select the map region, it won't appear. It's not fair,
Right.
unfortunately. But we can make it work. So you can go back to the classic report region, one that is associated with the facet search,
I'm right
and
here
then
in my class.
yes, and then change it to a map region.
I can create it first as a classic report, then change it to a map region. Is that all I have to do?
That's it. Yes.
Okay, I have to change this and actually put the query in here, right?
Yes.
I have to select the geometry column here. And then I'll comment out so this search results. It's the same initial classic report region, but I've changed it into a map region. And now this still allows it. This is just crazy. This is nuts. Okay, so now it's a map region, and that shouldn't be allowed. That shouldn't be. Well, wait. Is it working?
I think so. Yes.
Well, but
It
it
works.
doesn't. Well, it should be working. Maybe I did something wrong. Maybe I got my query wrong. But oh, you know what? I think I forgot to. Maybe I didn't maybe I did something wrong here. I'm not sure. I think, do I have to turn this to none? How does this work? Do you remember? It
Uh,
something wrong, but it does work. You can get this to
you
it
can
does
get
work.
it to work because if it does not work, the page
Uh,
won't even render, and
yeah,
you'll get the error message saying that
uh,
map
yeah,
region is not allowed for fastest search.
yeah,
But
yeah. I just goofed things up, but I'll try it one more time. This is my mistake. We're doing it live, and I totally goofed up. This should be. Oh, local database, SQL query. It should have this. It needs to have that. I think what I did was in my layer when I did local database here. I think I should have done region source. That's what it is. It should have been region source. Sorry, that was my mistake. Now it should work. Yes. So now, yes, there we have it. Columbus, Greenville. Okay, so now it's working. Um, crazy, crazy. I don't know. None of the other region types work. You can't just change an interactive report or something like that. You can't change a classic report to an interactive report or an interactive grid.
yes, because I was curious to try other type of regions this way,
Mhm.
and turns out that only maps are allowed.
But they don't allow it without this funky trick. So there you have it. Two tips in one, with the second tip being weird, just weird. Okay, well, Marwa, next week is Thanksgiving here in the United States. So I'm not going to be here to give a tip, but you are always welcome to,
Thank
you
you.
know, get somebody else. So,
Thank you, Anton.
so hopefully we'll have a tip next week. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll
But
see.
if you do a tip, I'll watch.
Okay, great.
All right.
Maybe
Well, go
blog
ahead.
post on this?
Oh, yes, there is a blog post. It's at apexdebug.com, and it should already be published, I think. And so there you
It
go.
is.
The blog post doesn't have that second tricky map trick because you just showed me that minutes before the, the this
For
tip.
sure.
Yeah, so Marwa just sprung that little craziness on me. Check out the blog post. It's got all the code you need. And if you like the show, like the show, um, tell all your friends about it. Send your mom a letter about it, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you. Bye.
I think we're still live, Marwa.
Yes.
Kind of. I don't know how to turn it off. Do you?